Actually, I was born into a Marine family. The first half of my life was spent going from location to location. And I remember all too well that feeling of getting into town. I mean, yes, I was a child at this point, but I watched my mom have to rebuild, calling all the doctors, figuring out who you could trust in town, figuring out who's going to pick up your kids if you can't get to school, who's your emergency contact. I had that firsthand experience. And then now I'm a new spouse and going from location to location and seeing what that's like. It kind of scared me seeing some people not be treated well. A lot of military families, they don't have that support network when they get someplace. People take advantage of them, and it's very difficult to see that. I want to be the safe place that they can go to, and so that's what we strive for. The first thing we're doing is we're Zooming to meet, not just calling. We set up a face-to-face meeting over Zoom, and that's always real strong. And then when we start to look at homes, I am going and videoing inside and outside the home. It's not your glossy listing video. It's, let's ask the inspector about that. If we go farther, yeah, I got this question. So it's really being the boots on the ground for them and kind of helping them minimize whatever kind of risk they've got by buying sight unseen. And I do probably between 5 and 10 sight unseens a year.
Wow. Which would require high trust, right? And I have to imagine that even just the initial meeting on Zoom is a better way of starting the trust building process than a phone call. And then you have like these videos of these properties where you're just being real about what you're seeing versus all the pretty pictures online, which also should deepen trust. Because, buying something you've never been to is a scary thing.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, it definitely is.
If you were to go back and give your younger self advice, first getting into the business, what would your advice be?
I would say work with a coach as soon as you can, because they will help you to identify what your strengths are and maximize those. Because again, there's no point in trying to do things that go against your talents or go against your nature. Get a good coach as early as you possibly can, and realize that you're not just an agent, you're a business owner, and you have to do that from day one, and you have to set that up. To me, those are the most important things, and building those relationships over the long term, because it's not a short-term game.